fun.
Awesome. Cool. We'll go ahead and play some basic fantasy RPG today. This will be Fortress of the Iron Duke. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read the introduction and let you guys introduce your characters, and we'll get going. Alright, so you find yourselves in the northeastern region of Interone, which is in the world of Glane. And you're in like a mountainous valley, and you were going to investigate the mysterious happenings after a failed wedding at the Freestead Fortress. And your guide has led you there, and when you get to the base of the valley, and you're looking out across it towards the entrance of the fortress, he stops and he begins talking. And he says, you know, everyone knows the story of Freestead, how the small mountain barony was nearly overrun by humanoids in an incursion 12 years ago, and the Baron, Vadarin the Strong, moved swiftly, forging an alliance with the Dwarven delve in the nearby mountains and forming a combined force of men and dwarves to rid the valley of the humanoid menace. Vadarin was thus appointed by the Regency Council to replace the ineffectual Duke Margrave, who by neglect had allowed the duchy's defenses to become weak. With the coming of peace and security, new settlers began to arrive, and soon the whole duchy was again prosperous. The people of the duchy called their leader the Iron Duke, and he ruled them with a firm but fair hand. A bit more than a month ago, dwarven miners discovered a giant emerald, said to be the size of a man's fist and completely flawless, which is basically unheard of even by dwarves. Calling it Freestead's glory, they presented this emerald to the Duke. He was so pleased with the gift that he decreed a special celebration to be held at month's end. As preparations were being made for the celebration, a beautiful adventuress arrived in the kingdom riding a white dragon. Her name was Lady Kylan, the Courageous. She was a knight from the distant kingdom of Alambar. As soon as Duke Vadarin heard about her, he invited her to his fortress, and not long after that, he announced he would marry her during the festival. The day before the wedding, an explosion was heard coming from the fortress, and smoke seen rising. By the time any of the local militia reached the fortress, it was surrounded by a green, glowing field, which burned those who touched it. Before nightfall, monsters began moving into the valley. The militia and those of the Duke's forces who were outside the fortress tried to hold them back. They were too few in number and were defeated. And he points out over the valley towards the entryway to the fortress. And as he does that, I'll let you each introduce yourselves, your characters. And we'll start with my left with Micah. Tell us about Brog, the female goblin.
Yeah, Brog is, because she's a goblin, she's very small, she's green. She shaved her hair since she came back from her last adventure, so she's bald now. But bald is pretty. And she's got some new jewelry dangling from her ears, like little bones from birds and all that shit she likes. Yeah, and she's got a boyfriend, but that doesn't interest anyone, I guess.
Awesome. Sounds good. And Daniel, tell us about Red Charlie, the Dwarven fighter. Oh, and you are muted, by the way, Daniel.
Aha, much better, right? Yep. Okay, good. So Charlie is like many dwarfs, loves gems. So I'm actually very interested in the story here. He hasn't been very lucky in life. He seems to get lots of treasure from adventuring and then lose it really easily. He's not the smartest guy in the world, but he's got a big axe and is probably very useful to an adventuring party.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, he'll really enjoy seeking out this emerald, perhaps. And cool. And Justin, tell us about your character, Dim.
Certainly. I'm Justin, and I'll be playing Dim. And Dim is quite a sickly-looking elf. He's holding himself up by his walking stick, and he's found no curative measures to be availed in the wilds, and that's why he's taken to adventuring. He's looking for another way to prolong his life.
And prolong his life he might not inside the Fortress of the Iron Duke. But and last but not least, Dennis, tell us about Grinskar, who's returning from the last adventure.
Yes, in some ways returning from the dead. Grinskar is a half-elf or a half-orc necromancer. He most recently was traveling through some crypts and thought dead, but was instead saved by one of his undead servants, and he is arisen and is ready to make a name for himself.
Awesome, man. Sounds awesome. And cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So like I said, you guys are basically approaching the green smoky glow that's surrounding the entire fortress in front of you. And as you approach, you see the entrance to the fortress is carved into the side of the mountain itself. It's about 30 feet wide and about 40 feet deep, this entryway, closed by a single large portcullis on the outside and two smaller ones inside. The green glow covers the outer bars, and you notice that something really strong has bent the outer bars enough that you can enter one at a time, if you so dare. And that's where I'll leave you.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'd like to. I'll go first. If is it light enough in there? We can see and everything. Okay. So I want to look in first to make sure there's nothing standing on the other side of the bars. And if there's not, I will proceed through the bars.
Yeah, you can see that there are torches, like sconces with torches, and they are lit. So yeah, it is lit for sure.
Interesting. This wedding or whatever. This is a long time ago, or this just happened.
It had just happened.
Okay.
Not more than a few days past, and that's more or less what drew you all to this. Seeking out to figure out exactly what happened to this wedding party, and perhaps find some riches inside. Or
okay.
Fell some great evil. Yeah.
I'm gonna go through with my axe.
Yeah, and nothing perceptible happens. You can pass through this green glow, although as you step through, it feels like just millions of insects crawling across your skin. But as soon as you're past the threshold, it disappears, the sensation.
Ah, okay. Good. It seems safe enough in here.
Hearing that call, Dim would quickly shuffle forward using his staff more like a crutch as he moves, and he would quickly pass the threshold.
Yeah, same thing. Just feels like tons of insects crawling all across your skin, perhaps under your robes or whatever. But as soon as you're through the green, you feel fine.
Brock first sticks her finger into the green smoke glow, and as nothing happens, I hope, she moves in and jumps up to get one of those torches in the gateway.
Yeah, easily done. You can hop up and grab one. It's a pretty normal torch.
Once the others have passed through and appear to be none the worse for wear, Grinskar will enter behind them.
Awesome. Yeah, and once y'all are all inside, you would see that the entry hall in front of you is empty. There might be some dead leaves scattered about and stains that look kind of like blood all across the grounds. And ahead of you, let's see, perhaps about 20 feet in front, there are two more portcullises, like little barred gates, essentially. One to the left and one to the right, with hallways visibly beyond each one.
Is there a pulley or a lever or something in?
No, you wouldn't notice any sort of levers.
If we look down, like if I want to walk up to the one on the left and look, like it's past it, is there any kind of lever on the other side?
No, you just see like a straight hallway going down in front of you, and there's one that immediately breaks off to the left if you were to enter.
Okay. Okay. So there's no, it doesn't look like there's any way to activate this in this room. So can we look for a door? Like, is there any other doors or a secret door or something? Maybe we can search the wall between the two portcullises.
You wouldn't find anything even if you were to search. The only other door, like I said, would be the portcullis behind you that had the bars bent.
Right. Huh. I guess we could try to lift it. I don't know. Can I try to lift it?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a d20.
Okay.
And do you have any strength modifications, modifiers?
No, I don't have a 12 strength.
Just seeing you attempt to go and lift it causes Dim to brace himself further on his staff.
And I rolled a 2, so 2.
Excellent. And that's actually enough to lift it. You needed like 2 out of 20 essentially to like get the bars kind of lifted enough.
Okay.
And that's the left side, you said?
The left side, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, and basically, yeah, you're just looking at about 10 feet in front of you. There's a wall, and to the left, there's that hallway just going in the distance.
Does it stay open?
Yeah, it seems like it locked whenever he threw it up.
Good.
Nice.
Right, Charlie. Strong. And Brock rushes through the gate.
Okay.
Now, Brock, being a thief, whenever you go through there, can you roll like to search for perhaps any secrets?
Uh, 39, and I need no. What do? I search.
Yeah, I think that's like there's a percentage for it. Let me pull it up.
Hold
So,
on.
thief.
Oh wait, that's a D6.
Oh yeah.
If I look for secret doors, I have to do a D6. No, I
Correct.
don't see shit.
Okay. Yeah, everyone can roll a d6 though if y'all wish.
All right. I think I get a 2 out of 6 because I'm an F.
Yeah, me too.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, but I flubbed it.
I got a 5, so.
And what about Grinscar? And Grinscar might be muted.
Got a 3.
A 3? Okay, sweet. All right, yeah. So all you guys see is a wall in front of you, and about 10 feet. And then to the left, there's a hallway going down about 100 feet, with a door immediately to the left, like running along the left side. And it is pretty well lit. There's like sconces scattered about.
Okay.
Stay behind me. Brock shuffles forward,
Okay.
searching for traps. Oh, you have to roll.
Yeah, you wouldn't find any traps, at least at that first door on your left.
There's a door? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a door on the left wall there.
Okay. Brace yourselves.
Okay.
And she listens first. And I don't hear shit. Nobody inside. And she opens the door.
Awesome. And yeah, lying on the floor of this room, you see a dead body with what you would assume is one of the Duke's guards. And he's being eaten by giant rats.
Oh.
So, everyone roll initiative.
Was that D6? Right?
Yeah.
Got a 4.
Oh, wait, is it a D20 in the system? I get confused with limitations. Let me check.
D20? Okay.
I can't remember what I did last time.
I was thinking it was a D20, but
Yeah, it's a D20 plus, Dex mod.
Okay.
I'm sorry. On page 44, it is a D6.
Oh, it is a D6. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm getting systems confused here. So
I do that every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So D6.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I actually have a 1 because I have a negative. Oh shit! No, I got a 4. I'll put that in the chat.
Oh. I'm also 4.
Okay, so we got and Micah, what was yours? 8?
Yep, I've got a +2 modifier.
Okay, cool. So, so you can go first. As you see these giant rats feasting on a body of a guard.
Giant rats, stealthy creatures couldn't hear. She apologizes and shoots her short bow. 12.
Yeah, and the 12 will hit, so you can do some damage on
Do
one of
we-
these.
Do we add the modifier to damage?
Yeah, I think so in this system.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's 7.
Oh crap! Yeah, you definitely take down one of the rats.
I pierce his brain.
Beautiful. So yeah, and leaving 2 more rats in there as we move to Dim.
All right, Dim. Do these rats look like they're coming at us, or are they busy with the body?
As the arrow pierces the brain of that first rat, the other 2 do lift their heads and they look like they're going to try to crush you guys.
All right, and I could probably make it to him in a movement if Dim was so inclined.
Yeah, definitely. It's maybe, yeah, within about 15 feet.
Cool, yeah. He'll, with the newfound vigor and his last moments of life possibly at hand, he raises his staff high above his head and he goes lunging side to side to strike at this one of these rats.
Awesome.
All right, 15 with a -2, so that's a 13 to hit.
Oh yeah, no, that'll hit. You just need a 12. So.
Cool. And I roll a d4, but it's -3, but it can't go less than 1, so it's 1 no matter what I roll. As this walking staff comes crashing down on this rat.
Excellent. Which one did you want to hit? The one on the left or right, let's say?
Oh, the left for sure.
Okay, sweet. And he looks like it looks like it's pretty well wounded, but it's not quite down. And it'll go to Red Charlie.
Okay, I'm going to charge forward with my great axe and chop down at the other rat, the one on the right, I guess.
Awesome.
And that is 19, so that hits, I guess.
Definitely.
And the great axe does a d10. 10 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you can describe how you kill that one.
All right, so I take my great axe, so I'm running at it with my axe over my head, and I just literally chop it in half. And now I'm going to have to spend the next round pulling my axe out of the ground because I hit it so hard.
Awesome. And now it's going to be the last rat's turn to move, and he's going to try to do a retaliatory attack on Dim. The moment of truth for Dim. Shit, he rolled a 19 to hit.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Oh, you're kidding. He did roll a 1. Holy shit. Okay, so,
Man, you're lucky.
so Dim survives the first 15 minutes of the game so far.
Nice.
As he does 1, bite damage at you. And from that, it'll go to Grinscar, last but not least.
Yeah, so as the rat bites into Dim, Grinscar will stride forward, swirling his scythe before him as he strikes down at the rat.
Awesome.
It's a d20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Plus any strength modifications.
yeah, so that would be 13.
Yeah, do some damage.
Okay. Ugh, 2 points.
Oh no, that's just enough to kill him. So you can describe that.
So yeah, standing back in the shadows cast by the torchlight, he waits as his other companions engage these rats. And seeing the one, he closes as his scythe cuts through, cutting it in twain.
Very good. And yes, y'all are out of combat. Free to explore the room.
Marcus, now that we almost lost our elf, didn't you say you wanted to give us some healing potions?
Yes, and I'm so glad you reminded me because shoddy memory. Yeah, and I was gonna say, and totally forgive me, but yeah, the guide who had brought you in the valley was gonna give you 3 potions of healing, and whoever wants can be carrying those. Totally should have mentioned that. Thank you, Micah. For future reference, so you guys do have 3 healing pods.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to hold one. I think I probably have the better armor than everybody else. So if I need it, I'll ask for it. But you guys can each have one if you want to do it that way.
I think by this time, Dim would have tried all sorts of snake oil and has lost all faith in it. But he'll carry one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So you, if anyone would like look around the room and kind of explore it a bit, you'd see a bench against the far wall, which would be like north of you, for reference. There's two large levers protruding from the wall. One's marked A and one is marked B.
Oh.
Is there a door or anything that might match up with one of the levers?
You could try pulling some.
Yeah, I'm guessing it probably has to do with the portcullises, but yeah, let's try.
Is
right.
A on the left and B on the right?
Yes.
So we should pull B then, because A is already open, right? If we're correct.
That sounds like good. Maybe Dim will shamble forward. Should I try to pull it?
Should we check it for a trap or something?
Yeah,
His hand would
Brock.
stop in the air.
Brock moves his hand away gingerly, not to hurt him. Let me see. Yeah, I checked for traps.
Yeah, you wouldn't find anything, so you can go ahead and try to pull.
Do you want to pull? I don't think you're in the right condition to pull a lever, Dim.
Very well, I will stand aside.
Yes. And Brock jumps up, hanging on the lever and pulling it.
Awesome. And whenever it comes down, you would hear like just really loud squealing noises outside, and you would probably assume that the other gate or portcullis was opened.
Aha. Okay, good. All right, so there was this hallway that we took basically just led to this room, right? And it ended, or was there more to it?
No, you can go back out, and there's more of a hallway that goes
Oh.
down maybe another 50 feet before it branches off to your right.
Okay. Do you want to explore that way, or do you want to go through the other portcullis?
Finish what you started, my mom said.
Okay, so let's go the other way. Let's go continue down the hallway.
I search for traps.
Hang on. Yeah, and there's no traps, at least to your knowledge, for the next 40 feet before the hallway branches off to the right. And if y'all would round that corner, you'd be looking at a probably 250-foot long hallway going down in front of you. It is well lit, and you would see 4 doors on the right side of the wall, on the right wall, like just spaced apart, kind of evenly going down. Aside from that, nothing really interesting, at least immediately.
I move forward to the first door, checking for traps.
And you find no traps.
Move! And I try to listen at the door again. 29, and I need 34. So yeah, passed.
Yeah, you would hear a bunch of small humanoids shuffling about, eating, making noise, going through like containers and things.
Some greedy little creatures in there. Not goblins. Kobolds, maybe. Maybe. And Brock steps back.
Okay. So I think if we have 2 choices, right? We can either lock them in here. I have spikes. We could spike the door shut, or we could just go in and kill them. I like to kill things if they have treasure.
Kobolds have treasure.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's get ourselves ready to open the door and charge in. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. I have oil. Do you want to try to like open the door and throw oil into the center of it and light them all on fire?
Sounds exciting.
I mean, there's a lot of them, right? You have a
Yeah,
torch.
how many would I think I've heard?
3 to 5.
Hmm.
You want to try to do that? Because I have oil. I've been meaning to do that. So I want to take more of my flasks of oil and like make a Molotov cocktail out of it, and I guess have somebody else open the door, and then I'll just throw it in there at the group, assuming they're close together.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
Okay.
Who opens the door?
Yeah, somebody else will have to open it because I'll have the. I guess we're hoping for surprise, and then we'll hit him.
Dim will he'll set his walking staff against the door and hold himself up with the knob. He'll take his silver sickle in one hand, and he'll look to you as if like waiting for a countdown.
Okay. I don't know how to count, so whenever you're ready,
So
I can only count.
He'll just nod it out, and then like after a few nods, he opens the door and backs away.
Okay. So what I want to do is as soon as the door's open, I'm going to look for the biggest cluster of whatever it is in there and try to hit it with the oil.
Awesome. And yeah, as the door swings open, inwards, like push it open, you see 5 really ugly little goblins, and they're all just in this small little, what you would assume is like a pantry, and they're all sitting down eating like meats and stuff and fruits, and there's like broken jars all around them. The biggest cluster would be 3 of them sitting in a circle eating. The other 2 are kind of like on the shelves, climbing around, grabbing food and stuff, and they are surprised. So,
all right, I'm gonna continue with the plan. I'm gonna try to, I guess, roll an attack. I'll throw it in the center. I got 17 with the oil.
Oh yeah, no, that'll definitely break in front of them. The cluster of 3, and yeah, they will be taking some burning damage.
Cool.
And I guess at that, we'll roll initiative, but I'll let you guys all go first because they are surprised. But give me an initiative regardless for the next one. Damn, bro. Okay, sweet. All right, awesome. So, yeah, Brog, you can go ahead and go first.
Filthy kobolds, she shouts, although they are goblins, because she doesn't want to acknowledge that they're from her folk. And she shoots her bow, and because she's so excited, she shoots into the ceiling. Yeah.
And yeah, after this goes straight into the ceiling, it'll go to Dennis with Grinscar.
Well, I think that given the plan is to light the room up, I'm just going to stay back with my weapon ready in case they charge before they get lit up.
Sounds good. And now it's their turn, but they're not going to react because they are surprised. Then we'll go to Red Charlie.
I get to go again? Like the oil wasn't my attack?
Yeah, you can go ahead and.
Oh, okay. I mean, can I get in the room without getting burned myself? Is it big enough, or?
It's a pretty small room.
Okay.
It's about 20 by 20. And you could probably get in, and I'll say you could probably get past some of the fire. Yeah. So you should be all right.
If I can get around the fire, I'll run to somebody who's not on fire and attack them with my axe, because That's the kind of thing I do. And I got a 13.
That is not enough. You need
Okay.
14 to hit.
Ah, okay. So I swipe past, but I miss.
And after that, I'll go to Dim at the bottom.
And is that there's still the one red Charlie engaged? He's not on fire and still standing.
Correct. Yeah, there's 2 that are not on fire and 3 that are.
Yeah. Before entering the room, Dim will make sure he grabs his walking stick with his offhand, but he'll continue in and he'll try to sickle this goblin / kobold.
Nice.
And 10, but it's -2, so only an 8, as this sickle probably just cuts air.
Yeah, it'll make a nice sound as it does it, if anything. And then it'll get back up to the top with Brog.
Brock curses and shoots again. Yeah, next to the other arrows sticking in the ceiling.
Probably making a pretty cool pattern up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there it'll go to the Grinscore.
Yeah, he's not too eager to get into a small space with fire, so he'll continue to hang back till the opening presents itself.
Awesome. And after that, it'll go to the Goblin Kobold's turn. One of them does drop from fire wounds. And then the other 2 that are on fire, one of them looks like it's probably lingering to life. The other one's not too affected. So first, we'll go with the one that Dim was attacking and Red Charlie were engaging. It will engage Red Charlie. Rolls a 17 to hit.
Okay, hits me.
Okay, and for 1 point of damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as its little dagger maybe pokes you. The one next to that one that's also not on fire will roll to hit you as well, Red Charlie. Rolls a 4. And the last 2, one will go for Brock and miss. And the last one will, who's it going to go for? Go for Brock again and miss. Okay, so now we're back to y'all. And I think it's Red Charlie.
Okay, so the one that poked me with the dagger, I'm going to swing at that one.
Cool.
And then I miss with a 7.
Damn. And
apparently the smoke is affecting my vision in here.
Yeah, it's a pretty small room, and it's probably filling up with smoke at that point. And the smell of like burnt goblin flesh. Yeah. And then we'll go to the bottom with Dim.
Dim will, he feels the sickles failed him, and for now he'll just let it drop to the ground with clang, and he'll get 2 hands around his walking stick and bring it down from overhead.
Nice.
Oh, but I got it with my mods. I got a 3 on that.
And again, more smoke probably just, gets pushed around the room, if anything. And we'll go back to the top at Brog.
One is engaged with me, and who is where are the other 2? Are they standing directly next to that guy?
Yeah, there's the 2 that were engaged with Red Charlie. And then there's 2 left that were on fire. One of them.
I could attack them without moving.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then I'll attack one of those because that gives a bonus. 15.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention I had dropped my bow, of course, and used my short sword.
Okay. So I think that is a -2.
Mm-hmm. So it evens out.
Yeah.
+1 +4. Wow. Okay. 10 damage.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Describe how you destroy one of the bigger goblins that was engaging.
Yeah, it's probably sputtering some curses, and while he's talking, or while he's cursing, the blade of her sword protrudes from his mouth, killing him instantly.
Beautiful. And from you, it goes to Grinskar. And we'll say at this point, like the fire's probably more or less died down.
Okay.
Just smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, and his attention is drawn to the clattering of the weapon, and he looks over and sees the goblin being cooled by the swipe of the staff. And he'll set his teeth to a growl as he'll move forward and close with that goblin, and swing his scythe at a downward arc.
Awesome.
Or not. So he's going to fan it as well, apparently.
Nice. If anything, y'all are kind of getting some of the smoke out the room through the open door there. And from Grinskar goes to the goblin's turn. So we only have 3 left. Let's see. So we got the 2 engaging Red Charlie. They're going to try to attack again.
Okay.
And miss. And miss again. Damn. And we got 1 more. It's going to go for Brog. Oh, jeez. Missed horribly. Rolled a 2 there. So, back to you guys with Red Charlie.
Okay. So I'm going to swing at the one that hit me earlier. And this time I got a 16. That hits, I think, right?
Yeah, need a 14. So yeah.
Okay. That one hits with my axe. Doing 6 points of damage.
Awesome. You can describe how you kill it. That was just enough.
Okay. So I took a step back this time because I felt like I was missing it because it was too close to me, and I just both hands swing out at it as I cleave its head directly off. And it falls to the ground.
Very nice. And yeah, after that we go down to the bottom with Dim.
And Dim will pull, with all his might, he'll pull his walking staff up to strike again. And that's a little better, but I got a 13, so I think I missed.
Yeah, you just barely miss. You might graze it, but no damage. And back to the top with Brog. So you just have like 2 goblins left. One that was wounded from the fire that attacked you, and then the last one remaining that was engaged with the other guys.
Okay, I'll take the other one who's not engaged with me. Ooh, okay. 25.
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
And 8 damage.
Damn, yeah, you needed
Nice.
7, and you bring it
It's
down.
my magic sword, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so describe how you destroy this larger goblin. Probably the biggest one in the group, actually.
Yeah, cursing kobold, she swings her short sword and takes off the skull cap like a little hat. Boom. Cackling.
Perfect. And yeah, from you goes to Grinskar, so we only got 1 left. He looks like the runt of the group.
Well, let's see if we can do a little better this time. So 19 to hit.
Definitely. And you can describe how you kill him. He just has 1 HP left.
So following through the momentum of the previous strike that missed, I spin around, arcing the blade again as it severs its head.
Nice. And yeah, it comes clean off, rolls on the floor. And yeah, so y'all are out of combat.
Cool.
And again, it's like a 20 by 20 room, pretty small. Of course, there's not that much standing space, because if you would look, it's definitely a pantry. There's like tons of shelves all lining the walls, jars and containers, different foodstuffs in them. Aside from that, if you're facing the direction from where you, like, if you enter and you're still facing straight ahead, on the left side, there is a door. Aside from that, yeah, just the dead goblins and like food.
Dim would approach the door, but he knows better now than to just touch it before it's been searched for traps.
Yeah, Brog rushes by his side. Stop! Don't touch. And she searches for traps.
You're not sure if there are any traps,
Not sure.
but you would assume that there's not.
Okay. She squints. Let me try. Take a step back. Maybe 2. And I open the door.
Awesome. Yeah, and you're pretty sure this was the kitchen at some point. There are two or three actually lifelike statues. One's a male and there are two females. They have like the typical, like chef aprons and hats and stuff on, and they're just posed almost as if they were preparing a meal. You see lots of food all over the place. It's all arranged pretty cleanly. There's definitely a working kitchen not too long ago. There's some stoves, a couple ovens. If you would check them, they're going to be cold. The food all looks kind of spoiled. Aside from that, there's a couple tables you could search through. Various containers. Not much else, though. It's a pretty big kitchen, but there are two doors. And if you walk through, directly across the room, there's a door. And then there's one to the left on the left wall that you would assume more than likely goes right back out into the hallway that you were traversing earlier.
These statues are made out of stone? Or
yeah, there's
marble?
some just stone.
No. All right, they're probably not worth anything. Okay. Want to go to the next door?
Yeah, while the others look around, Brock checks the other door, the one which doesn't go back to the hallway.
Yeah, and it doesn't appear to be trapped, and it's not locked if you would mess with the handle.
That one is fine, she says, waiting for the others to be finished with the room.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and open it. And yeah, so looks like you're now in the dining room of the keep there. There's a large table basically dominating the majority of the room. Size-wise, it's about 60 by 60 in a square, more or less. But yeah, there's a massive dining room table, and around it, statues of what you would assume are noble men and women. Looks like they were eating dinner. It's real food on the table, but it's spoiled, and there's probably flies and things messing about with it. There's a few empty seats, including the seat at the head of the table, and the seat that was immediately to the right of the head. Aside from that, you would, if you would inspect the statues or anything, they're really well detailed, almost lifelike, but definitely made of stone.
The statues, they're like skirting the room. They're not like set up right at the table, are they?
No, they're all seated like at the table, basically,
Oh.
almost as if they were like eating.
Does any one of the statues happen to look demi-human, or are they all humans?
They're all human, noble human, if anything.
I'm tempted to sit down at the table. I'm getting old. I'm about 300 years old. I'm walking around a lot. So I think I want to sit at the head of the table. See if anything happens.
Yeah, you can definitely make your way there, but as you would pull out the chair, I guess, to sit down, you would hear a shuffling under the table, and after a few moments, a tentacle worm burst out from under the table, apparently waiting for some prey. It's about 7 feet long. It has a pasty white head. The body itself is like pink and purple. And there's like a bunch of tentacles coming out from around its what would be a neck, more or less.
Oh.
So, again, roll initiative as the tentacle worm pops out from under the table.
Oh, got a 6 that time. That's good. Oh, I guess it was 7 actually, technically.
Okay, nice. Oh wow, so y'all all have 7s. That's enough. So we'll go ahead and do Red Charlie. You can go ahead and act first since you're right there.
Okay. So I'm walking over to get the chair to pull it out, I'm just about to set my axe down, and this thing comes out at me, so I just come down hard with my axe on its head, hopefully, with the 12.
A 12 is just under what you need. You need a 13 for reference.
Okay, so I just miss it.
Yeah. And probably like grazing one of its weird mini tentacles, gross little pink things. And then we'll go to Dim. How does Dim react here?
So Dim will, seeing some action come at his dwarven friend from under the table, would call another bolt of adrenaline to Dim, and he'll make his way to the fray. But he's going to go the long way around to get to the other side of the dwarf, hoping that the combat might be over by the time he gets there. But unfortunately, Dim is going to have to take a swing, and he gets an 8. As he, I imagine his staff probably connects with the table.
Oh yeah, it'll hit the table, and like flies will scatter about, and food stuff will just go all over the place. Maybe knock down some goblets and stuff, but yeah, no damage to the tentacle worm. And after that, it'll go to Grinscar.
Now, did I understand correctly that there's like people sitting around at the table, or is it empty?
Statues of people, yeah.
Just statues.
Yeah.
Does it appear that perhaps they were living people but are now statues?
Yeah, being a necromancer, if you would inspect them, you would probably recognize something kind of fishy about these statues, and you would assume that, yeah, they were in fact real people at some points.
Would I have any idea if any kind of animate dead spell would work on these things, or are they something altogether different at this point?
You would get the impression they're absolutely different.
Okay.
But they are affected by magic, and a dark one at that.
Okay.
And I'll even just give you one tidbit, probably demonic magic.
Okay. So yeah, if I can move around to get in position, I will attempt to attack this thing.
Definitely. Go for it.
3.
Oh no. And again, you probably mashed some like old, rotted meat and stuff on the table, but no connection with the tentacle worm. And then it'll go to last but not least on y'all's side, Brog.
Yeah, Brock charges, screaming, "Oh, what a beauty! Such a pity!" Oh. Yeah, and bounces off the worm.
Perfect. And the worm is going to react as this little goblin lady bounces off of it. And let's see, who's it going to attack? There's 5 of them. Let's see. It's going to go ahead and try to attack Red Charlie, being that he was closest and disturbed it. Oof, and it rolls a 2. So it just kind of lashes out and probably strikes like the leg of the chair that was being pulled out.
Nice.
And it'll go back to the top. And Red Charlie, you can go ahead and act.
Oh, all right. I'm going to swing my axe down. 19 should hit.
Definitely hits.
And it, for 9 points of damage with the axe.
Oh yeah, impressive. And you would probably garner that's about half of its health taken off. It's definitely wounded. Lots of the weird goo and stuff goes all over the place. And yeah, it'll go to Dim.
Dim will leave his staff resting on the table as the sickle flashes like a bolt of lightning. Oh, and I rolled a 19, so that.
Nice.
But again, I can only do one no matter what. So one point of damage, slink right into the purple worm flesh.
Yeah, you might take off a few of its little finger-like tentacles, but it has many more. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to Grinscar.
So perhaps this attempt will be a little better. Nope. Exact same thing, 3.
Yeah, you might hit like a table or even one of the noble guests or something.
I think I just retired Dice Stream for the rest of the
And last but not least, Brog, how do you act as Grinscar? This is.
Yeah, she gets back up, cursing again, and tries again. Yeah, that looks better. 18, 20, but not a natural one, and 6 damage.
Ooh, that might be enough. Let me see. Oh no, it's not enough, but it's definitely more or less like the 7-foot worm has probably severed it one part almost, but not quite all the way through. It's still moving, but it's fucked up for sure. Now it's going to act and it's going to try to attack you, Brog, and it won't because it rolled a 1. Sadly, there's no critical fail.
Sadly.
And yeah, I'll go back up to Red Charlie as this thing like probably slams into the wall.
All right, I'm going to take another hack at it with my axe, hoping to finish it off. 19. So I hit it again.
If you get more than 2 damage, you can describe how you decimate it.
Oh, 7 points. So
yeah.
I take my axe, pull it out from the last gaping wound, and I just come down and I finish chopping it in half, and it just opens up, and all the guts pour everywhere. And
yeah,
gross,
and as that happens, all the tentacles of this thing slowly just start withering and become lifeless as combat ends, and you guys are free to explore.
All right.
Leaning on the table, wiping pallid sweat from his flesh, Dim would look to reclaim his staff and walk around the table, and he would take a much closer look at these statues. And like, sorry, or maybe do they look like frozen in time, like they might be eating and drinking, holding a cup in their hands?
Yeah, you would notice some of them definitely had like forks and knives, and they were slicing at the now rotted food. There might be some with goblets in their hands. Others maybe like talking, laughing. You might even see like a perhaps a sneaky noble woman or two with their foot like rubbing against like one of the noblemen under the table or something. But yeah, it's definitely they're definitely frozen in place.
And what about while checking under the table? No more sign of tentacle worms about?
No, you just see rotted food and things, and probably like tentacle worm shit, but no tentacle worm.
Is the only exit out of here the one we came in from?
No, there would be one against the hallway you were traveling earlier.
Okay.
Aside from that, no, there's no other exits, no other doors.
Okay. We saw 4 doors in the hallway, right? So there's got to be one door in the hallway that we'll have to go back to the hallway to get to, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, this would be the I think the last one. The 4th. Yeah.
Oh.
This is the 4th one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pantry, kitchen, dining room.
And oh wait, no, you're right. This is the 3rd. Sorry, I was looking. I marked it off wrong.
I mean, I can't count, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, no.
Brock can't either. 1 too many.
Right.
Brock turns around to Grimscar and says, "What about a new pet?" And she points at the worm. "She's pretty."
How many pieces is this thing in now?
Just 2.
How big is it?
About 7 feet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sure, that'll do nicely. So
Maybe we can sew it together.
yeah, that was my plan.
Mm.
Let's see here.
Ooh, that's right. You're a necromancer.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to like stitch it together, then cast my corpse servant spell on it.
Yeah, I'll say that's definitely doable. I won't make you roll for the sewing or anything. And yeah, if you're gonna cast corpse servant on it, you will have this tentacle worm as a servant.
So yeah, after he roughly stitches it together, he'll go over and kneel down to it and start petting it, stroking like one might like a dog as he leans down and whispers. Obviously, it probably doesn't have any ears, but just whispers close to it as his breath washes over it. A shadowy wisp will go inside it and it'll begin to shake and tremble and then come to life. Or unlife, the case may be.
Yeah, and you would have this fucking 7-foot tentacle worm as your pet, basically.
Nice.
And I guess just for your reference, it is a AC 13, 3-hit dice creature. It has a bunch of tentacles. Let me pull up it's paralysis damage. Let's see. Let me pull up its thingy real fast. Sorry. Yeah, for damage. Yeah, those who are hit, save versus paralysis, or they're paralyzed for 2d4 turns. Yeah, and if all opponents of a tentacle worm are rendered paralyzed, it begins to feed upon the paralyzed victims, doing 1 point of damage every 1d8 rounds until the victim is dead. Yeah, and basically it'll eat corpses and stuff. Yeah, pretty
So
cool.
that's good for like housekeeping.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's where you guys find yourselves. Just one more door out back into the hallway, and yeah, and one more door out there. You could check in this hallway before it branches off in a few directions.
And as the purple worm comes to life again, leaning on his staff, Dim would look to Grinscar and say, "Well, perhaps death is not the final chapter."
No, my friend, it is just the beginning.
Oh, excellent. Much to learn. And he just shambles on.
Okay. So should we go back out in the hallway?
Yeah, Brock checks the last door.
No traps on this one either.
And then she listens for more, kobolds. And she doesn't hear shit again. And I peek through the crack when she opens the door.
Yeah, and there are definitely several kobolds in there. If you're just peeking, well, fuck it. There's 3 kobolds in there. There's
I want to cast light on their ocular sockets, and they can make a save versus death ray or be surprised on a 1 in 4.
That sounds good. Yeah.
That's how I read it.
No, yeah. Do it.
And then all I have is hold portal after that. So they just got to make a save versus death ray.
Awesome. So
Or be surprised, and then blinded. It gives them blinded, and then that means they're surprised on a 1 in 4.
Okay, fuck yeah. So, and they do fail. Versus death ray.
So yeah, it just whoever's looking at them sees their eyes. They just glow up like they've been staring at the Ark of the Covenant or something.
Fuck yeah.
And then we got the jump on them.
Fuck yeah. And how long are they blinded for?
Well, it doesn't. It can only affect the surprise. It doesn't mean anything after that. They can hit as normal, I guess.
Okay.
The way I read it, anyways,
Cool.
in the book.
Yeah, sweet.
It's on page
Sounds
52, I think.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I totally trust you with that. So yeah, awesome. So yeah, y'all can burst in, and these guys are definitely surprised and
Yeah, I send a spot in ahead.
awesome. And everyone roll initiative, and y'all can definitely get first turn for free. All right, so let's. I was muted there. Yeah. So, Brog, you can go ahead and go first, as the eyes of these three kobolds are engulfed in light.
Surprise! She shoots her bow.
Nice.
Oh man. This time she shoots into the ground.
Awesome. Or not. Probably looks pretty cool. So, but regardless, from there to go to see Grinscar, and your worm can then act if you wish.
Yeah, I'll send it in at the blind kobolds to have some fun. Do I need to roll anything, or are you just gonna?
Oh, yeah. Roll to attack, and we'll see if it.
What's it do, like 2d20s now that it's undead?
At least. It's like a 2d100s. No, it's gonna roll to attack, and if you hit, we'll see if it's paralyzed or not. At which point you can start eating at it.
16.
And
does it have any bonuses or just a straight roll?
Just a straight roll.
16.
Yeah, that will hit. You guys need a 13 for reference. And let's see if it's and it fails to paralyze. So one of the kobold guards is going to be paralyzed, and unless it breaks free next round, your worm will eat it to death. It only has 1 hit point, so awesome.
Yes. Eat your fill, my pet. Eat your fill.
Oh yeah, and he'll definitely be enjoying that. Then we'll go to Justin and Dim. What's Dim gonna do?
Dim will, I guess, step in the room, but then sidestep to the left a bit along the wall and just throw his sickle.
Yeah, and the sickle just.
I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, you just completely
Comes
blow
back.
that.
I just watched the show, I guess, as their eyes are all still glowing from the light. But
Oh yeah, and you'd probably be pretty entertained, if anything. Now it's going to be their turn before we get to Red Charlie. So one of them is actually no, they're all fucked up this turn anyway. So to go to Red Charlie.
Okay. I will charge forward with my axe and attack them with a 14.
Yeah, and that'll hit.
Okay.
So do some damage.
8 points of damage with my great axe.
Oh yeah, you can describe as which one now. There's a kobold you would assume is a chieftain of this little group, and then like 2 guards. One of the guards is paralyzed.
Well,
so
not that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I would go after the chieftain, I guess.
Excellent, and that'll kill
Does that
him.
still kill? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you can describe that.
Okay. So I just come straight from above with the axe, and I actually cut him down vertically through his whole body, and then he splits in half.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, so he drops, and the light goes from his eyes as this happens.
Oh.
And yeah, we'll go back to the top at Brog.
One isn't engaged, right?
Correct.
Okay, another short bow disaster, probably. No, 14, 15, and 7 damage.
Oh yeah, you can describe how you destroy this.
This time because that guy is stumbling around, I guess, and not looking into her direction, and she manages to hit his ear and pierce his brain this time from the other side. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. And yeah, combat's going to be done. Y'all have felled them, and the worm will continue devouring that last one, as it just kind of is basically choked to death and gnawed on until it's totally consumed.
Nice.
What's that for a room where we are in now?
Yeah, it looks like it was maybe like a training room for the guards or warriors or something. There's weapon racks lining the walls. There's a bunch of large mats on the floor. It's a pretty big room, probably like 50 feet by 50 feet or so. If you're looking at the far right-hand corner from where you entered, it looks like they had formed a barricade, but nothing behind it or anything. Yeah, aside from that, just junk scattered about. You would find some like pretty mundane weapons if you were to look.
Are there some arrows?
Yeah, we'll say there are 19 arrows scattered about.
I grabbed them. Unless someone else needs them.
No, I don't
Dim
use.
will just collect his silver sickle.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got my axe. I'm good. Is there a shield?
Yeah, you can find just a basic shield.
All right, I'll take a shield.
Very nice.
Just in case. I'm just going to put it on my back. I'm not going to use it yet because my weapon's two-handed.
Okay, cool.
But I have it.
Sounds good.
Just in case.
But yeah, aside from that, no other doors except for the one you came in. But this was definitely the last of the four in this hallway.
I searched the chieftain.
He has a short sword and +1 and a dagger.
Ooh. Do we know it's magic?
Yeah, like if Dim would mess with it, or Grinscar perhaps, someone with like magic intuition, they would definitely pick up that it was magic.
Yeah, Brock holds it up. Looks pretty. Looks pretty. Check this.
Well, I would. I'd set myself down and inspect it if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, you definitely could, and after a few moments, yeah, you would know that it's magical. Would grant a nice little bonus when used.
I would present it back to the goblin, Brog, with the handle forward. It's absolutely magical.
Nice.
Dim, I've got a magical sword too, and it's more pretty. So I don't need it.
I suppose he would then look to Red Charlie. In case you need to deal magical damage, my friend. It would be a waste upon me.
Okay. I will gladly take
a
it.
little.
Okay. I will gladly take the magic sword just in case we need it. All right. Actually, I guess I'll swap to using the magic sword and my shield now then.
Well, I think it was a dagger, though.
Oh, it's a dagger or a sword?
Short sword. There was also
short
just a mundane, regular little kobold dagger on him.
Yeah, no, yeah, if it's a sword, I'll use it because I think, although it probably does less damage than my axe, but it is magic.
1d6 +1 then.
Yeah. And that +1 is also to hit?
Yeah, to hit and then damage as well.
All right, I'll switch to the sword for now. So it brings my AC to 17 because I'm going to use a shield.
Okay, sweet.
And that's a short sword +1.
Very nice.
Well, thank you.
Not a problem. Sounds good. And yeah, aside from that, you would maybe find a little bit more searching and looking around. Let's say 90 gold pieces scattered about. You could collect. But after that, basically nothing left in there.
Shall I write that down for us?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I'm writing it as well.
Oh, good. Okay.
Cross-check it later. But yeah, so 90 gold pieces to split between you guys.
I already had it written down, too.
Oh, nice.
Okay, nice.
Everybody has it.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Does this sword shed light or anything?
No, it looks pretty normal, but
Which is really nice. Okay.
yeah.
So it's not going to be super obvious that it's magic if I pull it out.
No.
Good. Nice. All right, I guess we should head back.
Yeah.
Brock goes down to the hallway again and checks for traps. I won't forget that ever again.
Yeah, you had quite an experience with that last time, right? poor whatever his name was. Shoot, I forgot now.
Doozle.
Doozle.
Huh?
Doozle
The
got
male goblin.
Doozle got impaled with some spears shooting from a wall, I think.
Oh no,
So,
classic.
yeah. But no, so yeah, you can go out maybe about 40 feet further down the hallway. It branches off to your left and to your right. And then just in front, there are some stairs going up. So you have three options, basically, when you get to the end of the hallway there.
Rock looks back in to the heavens, or left or right. And she points in the wrong directions, of course, when saying left and right.
I always like to go up, but
Stairways, never a welcome adversary, but I will make it. Let's go up.
it's likely if this is a castle, they probably have the bedrooms or something upstairs, which is probably where the money is.
Okay. Rock starts getting up the stairs.
Yeah, very cool. And you, of course, do find yourself now on the upper level of the fortress. Now, before we get cracking with that, you don't mind taking like maybe a 5-minute bio break?
Yeah,
Maybe refill
good.
drinks, use the restroom, something. Sweet. Be back in about a couple minutes.
Okay.
I am back for just an FYI.
I'm back.
Sweet. Okay, looks like Dennis is back. Just wait for Daniel. Get going. Okay, sweet. I think we're all back. If y'all are ready. All right, cool. Let me do that. Okay, so like I said, you are now on the upper level. When you walk up the stairs, you're now in a hallway, and if you're looking down it, the stairs are on the right side. Immediately to your left, there's a door. There's also two doors, maybe 20 feet past that on the left. Maybe 20 feet past those doors, further down the hallway. Looks like a cross, like a crossway. Looks like there's branches off to the left, the right, and continues straight ahead. Aside from that, it is dimly lit by the sconces in the wall. Yeah, so that is where you are.
Check for traps. First door.
First door. Let's see. And no traps.
And don't forget, I get a +10 bonus for being a goblin.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I try to listen and don't hear shit again. No kobolds! No kobolds! And she opens the door.
Awesome. And this room is much brighter than the hallway that you're coming from. And the magic user and the necromancer would recognize that there is like a spell. And when you look up, you do see these glowing orbs in the ceiling. Aside from that, there's wash basins along the far wall, behind which there's a mirror in the middle. There's a small table with two padded chairs occupying the dead space on the north wall, which is where you're entering from. There's a pile of towels, a shaving razor, soap, combs, brushes, bottles of scent and water, a bottle of liquor, and other random items scattered about one of the tables. And in one of the chairs, there is a statue of a man holding like a straight shaving razor. He has a big mustache, and he has a very surprised look on his face. Yeah.
Brock steps back immediately.
I get the alcohol.
Excellent. And yeah, it's a pretty nice bottle of liquor, of whiskey.
Okay. All right.
It's about half full. But it's good if you would smell it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get blitzed by the orbs?
No, the orbs.
Well, I didn't see the orbs. I was looking at the whiskey.
Okay.
The orbs do nothing essentially. Like it's just some light, just a natural source of light.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We could drink this now, but maybe we'll drink it when we celebrate getting more treasure.
Yeah, when he doesn't get blitzed, Brock walks in too, cautiously, and starts searching. Maybe there's something hidden under the tables or shit,
Yeah, you could look. but there's not going to be anything like really valuable in this room. Aside from maybe that whiskey.
Okay. She sniffs at the soap and puts it back. Nothing here.
Yeah.
Jim will pass by Red Charlie, and it takes him a while to go by, and as he does, he says, "I'm sorry, the drink no longer agrees with me and my condition." And he would go up to the stone statue and inspect that flat razor. Has it been petrified as well, or
No, it's totally functional.
would it come out if he took it out?
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, he'll flick it around, and then well, he'll look at it and play with it for a bit, but then he'll just tuck it into his belt.
Nice. Yeah, and you can use it even as like maybe a same stats as like a dagger or something if you want.
It'll do 1 damage like anything else. Jim uses.
Yeah, I don't.
With it.
The shaving razors don't agree with me, so I'll take the whiskey. Is there any other rooms, doors in this room?
Yeah, there is one door to the far right wall. Yeah.
And you said there was a mirror, right? Does a mirror look valuable?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice mirror for sure.
Oh.
If y'all would like, maybe mark it down as something to take out.
I know, get mirror before we leave.
Definitely.
Okay, I'll check the other door. And I'll listen. Yeah, everything's silent.
It is silent. You're not sure about traps.
I don't
But
like
it
it
is-
when you say that.
But it's not locked for what it's worth.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I poke the door with my sword and try to open it. Like.
Yeah, like pushing it with the sword.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and it'll push right open. And it's a pretty big room you find yourself in. Let's see, maybe from where you're looking to the other side, 40 feet, but left to right, it's about 70 feet. It's a pretty big room. Yeah, you would assume this is the Great Hall of the keep. The room's filled with like round tables and chairs, and each table and chair set is slightly different style. Each has an area rug underneath it, and each rug is also unique if you were to inspect it. Some are rectangular, some are circular, but they all have a really distinct pattern. At the far end of the room, to your left when you enter, the far end is a large fireplace, and there is a fire blazing in it. Upon closer inspection, perhaps the magic user would recognize that it's that far side of the room is illuminated magically. And then there is a table close to the fireplace. There are 3 women, 2 men, and 3 super ugly pig-like humanoids. One of the men is standing up, holding out a wine glass. One of the humanoids is filling it from a wine bottle. The other humanoids are drinking from their own glasses. And they're all stone, of course. But it looks like they were enjoying like a very, very fine bottle of wine.
Can I get the wine? Now I'm inspired by the razor action. Can we get the bottle of wine out of the creature's hand or the statue's hand?
Yeah, you probably could. If you might have to break off a couple fingers.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah, so it's definitely done. You can chisel away at some of the fingers.
Would the pig men, I think you said there were pig men, would
yes.
they be
Would
a
you like
real
to
oddity to us? Or
how close do you want to get close to inspect the pigmen?
Oh yeah, I'd probably approach when he was, as he was working on the wine bottle from the human, I would go inspect the Pygmalion.
Yeah, you would get close, and they're
Spot
standing.
would be Slytherin behind him.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, when you get close enough to one of the pigmen, you would see that they are in fact breathing, and it looks like they're trying to pretend to be statues. And after a few seconds, it would dawn on you that these are actually orcs that are just like painted gray essentially, and trying to. They were waiting, more or
I
less.
would try to perform a ruse by saying, well, I don't need to see these statues anymore. And just stop in my tracks.
one of the orcs, probably the biggest one, would kind of like snort and almost hold back a laugh. But right after that, his face would shake a bit, and yeah, he'd be growling, and the other two would move. So we are going to roll initiative as these like these statue painted orcs.
I draw the flat razor.
Definitely done. They got a 5.
Someone's fixing to get cut.
So let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7, a 4, a 2, and a 2. Okay, so looks like Red Charlie with the 7 can go ahead and act first as these orcs make themselves known.
Am I close enough just to move up and attack him, or do I have to charge? Or?
Yeah, if you were there grabbing the wine, you would be within like 7 feet.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna test this new sword out, and I swing it at one of the orcs, and I get a 17 plus 1, which is 18.
Rub the belly.
Very, very nice. And which one do you want to hit? There's two there's like a large, medium, and
I guess the largest one if I'm close enough. Yeah.
okay, cool,
And I do 2 points of damage.
nice. And just for y'all's reference, they have an AC of 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does growl as you hit him.
Yeah.
But,
I give him a little scratch.
so next we have actually their turns. So he is going to attack or try to attack you, Red Charlie.
Okay.
And he misses quite poorly. The other two, let's see. One will attack. We'll go for the magic user, Dim. Wait, Dim. What's your AC? It's pretty low, I think.
Unarmored 12. Unarmored, and I think I have +1 dexterity, so I'm brought up to 12.
Okay, yeah. So he does miss. He rolled an 11. And the last one will let's see. Also go for Red Charlie. He rolls a 16, which I believe does not hit because you have 17 now. Yeah.
I have 17 now. Yep. So that shield helps.
Yeah. So maybe he tries to poke you with a spear or something and just connects with the shield.
In my new shield.
Oh yeah, definitely a good thing you grabbed that. Maybe.
Yeah.
So next we go to Brog.
Brock charges with her short sword, screaming because she didn't get it. Filthy albino orcs. 17 and hold on, 9 damage.
Nice.
Oh geez. Yeah, that'll definitely take out one of the orcs. If you want to describe that.
Yeah, she just drives it under his ribcage. She drives it through into his heart and takes the next round, probably getting it out.
Very nice, yeah. And he lets out a terrible yelp as he goes into cardiac arrest there with the sword under his ribcage. And then we'll go to Grinskar and the worm.
Yeah, before I send the worm into attack, is one of them attacking the mage? Or is it
Yeah,
over there, the leader or whatever?
Yeah, one was, I think 2 of them were attacking Red Charlie, and one was going for, Dim.
Okay. I want to, and I'm not sure what effect this will actually have.
No. Sorry. There's only 2 left, and they're both attacking Red Charlie. Yeah, so there you go.
Well, what I'll do is I'm not sure what effect it'll have. I want to cast one of my cantrips, Irritate, and I want to cause one of the orcs to start involuntary blinking as I send the worm in to attack it, hopefully to distract it as a worm attack.
Ooh, that's interesting. So it's just gonna irritate their its eyes, I guess.
Yeah, basically like it's a cantrip, and you
Nice.
can have it do any kind of involuntarily thing like blink, nod, itch, giggle.
Right. Okay,
Not,
cool.
but I'm doing the blink to hopefully that kind of interfere with it trying to attack people.
Okay, sweet. I'll give him like a little penalty when he goes to attack, I guess. Sweet. So that's your turn, yeah. And then see dim at the bottom.
So Dim will take a careful step over the fallen alabaster orc that lays at his feet and make his way to the other two, and he'll try to cut a crimson slash in the back of one of these fellas.
Very nice.
And, so 17 minus 2, so 15 to hit.
Yeah, and it's just enough. AC 14.
And I rolled a 4 to do 1 damage.
Nice.
Very nice. And which one were you attacking? The larger one that was already wounded, or the other one?
Yeah, I guess the one that's already wounded, if he looked like he already took a few licks.
Nice. And yeah, so we'll go back up to the top at Red Charlie.
Okay.
As this large orc takes a bit more damage.
Good. All right, so I'm going to try to hit him again with my new sword. Swing it, and I roll a 7, which is an 8, so I miss. I don't think swords are agreeing with me so well.
It does look cool. I guess it does look cool, maybe.
Yeah. Stay back. Yes.
My magical sword. But okay, so yeah, now it's gonna go to their turn. There's only 2 left, and let's see. The one who is blinking quite rapidly will try to attack, but nah, he's gonna miss. And the last one will again try to hit you again, Red Charlie. He misses. And so we're back to you guys. Brog.
Brock rushes over to the damaged one, yeah, and attacks from the back. 21, 23.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And plus, yeah, 9 again. 9 damage.
Nice.
Oh, you decimate this guy. You can describe
Oh
it.
yeah. Being annoyed by all these kobolds and orcs, she just starts hacking into his back. Filthy, filthy albino orcs, filthy, filthy.
Very nice. And yeah, he goes down as the very angry Brog takes him out. And we'll go to Grinscar and the worm.
Yeah, I'll have the worm attack.
Very nice.
Or not.
Yeah, and we'll say the worm maybe
I forgot
slams.
I wasn't using dice stream anymore, darn it.
I mean, you can. Are you gonna? Do you want to use real dice from here on out? Like, you can go ahead and re-roll it. I'll let you.
Okay.
I know dice stream is a little wonky
Do
sometimes.
it.
I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah, once I rolled 2 like 2 times in a row, I was like, yeah, that's better. 16.
Yeah, let's say he. Let me see. Let the orc make a save versus paralysis. Ooh, he does succeed. So he's not paralyzed. Perhaps as his 7-foot worm begins to try to wrap around his leg or something. But it will go to Dim at the bottom.
All right. Dim will he'll back off a few steps. There's only one orc left, I think.
Yeah, the smallest one.
Yeah, he'll back off a few steps and hoist his walking staff up like a spear resting on his shoulder. He'll launch it right at the head of this thing, throwing it. And I rolled a 19, so
Oh. Very nice.
So yeah, I connect for a solid 1 point of damage.
And it looks like it hurts him, not too much. but he's not liking it.
And I use the rest of my movement to get the hell away from him.
Yeah, that's definitely doable. Very nice. So to go back up to the top now, as that is happening, if anyone was perhaps paying, listening, keeping their ears open, you would hear. Let's see. So you're in this room. One of the far doors coming from the hallway up there would be opened, and you would see this goblin come in, like Urgoblin. And he's not looking too happy, and he looks like he's kind of peeved that you're attacking his orc buddies there. So he will be stuck in when it's the enemy's turn. However, it goes to the top at Red Charlie.
What size is that thing compared to the orcs?
Let me actually look that up. I don't know his some measurements here. Give me 1 second.
Did you say hobgoblin?
Goblin, like you are. Let's see. He is.
So it's like a pirate goblin? No, that's a our goblin.
He's a our goblin. No, they look like normal hobgoblins, but goblins are actually a mutant species. They're able to regenerate like trolls do. They're all male. We don't need to go into how they procreate, which they do describe. They look basically like hobgoblins, just a bit weirder, if anything.
Oh man!
I
Are
want
they
to be a
considered-
goblin.
And they do carry treasure for what it's worth. So,
Are they considered tougher than orcs, or
um,
about the same?
this guy, yeah, he definitely looks tougher than the orcs you're fighting.
Excellent.
By a decent amount.
Sounded like a mix between a troll and an orc.
Yeah, it's a weird one for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very pleasant. Okay, but there is one orc in front of me, and I'm going to swing the magic sword for a 19. So I'm assuming that hits. And,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, and 6 points of damage. So finally the sword is working for me.
Yeah, again, you can describe how you destroy that last orc.
Okay. So I'm finally getting the hang of the sword, and I just instead of using all my might like with the axe I've been swinging it, I get a little bit more finesse, and I just kind of poke him right in the neck, and I pull it out, and he just drops to the ground.
Very nice. And yeah, from you, it will go to the Goblin. But he is basically going to spend. Let's see what his movement. He's armored, so yeah, he's going to spend this turn just moving to get into combat range. He's a bit. He's a bit out of the way. He's about 40 feet away, and his movement's 30. So he's going to spend this turn just moving. And then it'll go to Brog as this new creature is rushing towards you.
I lost it. I drop my sword and take my short bow and shoot. Wow, 23 again.
Nice.
And holy shit. And damage is only 7 this time.
Oh damn, that's still not bad. Yeah, this arrow hits him in probably his chest region, and it slows him down a bit, and you can tell it hurt him, but he's still moving. Yeah.
Oof.
Goblin Thief is incredibly strong.
Yeah, right.
Love it. Yeah, and then we'll go to Grinscar and the Worm. What did you call? What was his name?
Spot.
Spot. Cool.
My cat is called Spot.
So, how many of the orcs are left?
None.
Okay.
Yeah, no more orcs, just the Goblin.
Yeah, I'll send a Spot to say hello to the Goblin.
Very nice.
Would he be in range?
Let me check. He should be there. I can give you his exact range for reference. Yeah, he has 40-foot movement. So yeah.
Yeah, he's about
definitely
right for a 7-foot undead worm. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this will be my first attack roll where I have a chance to hit. because I'm not using dice stream. And that's 18.
Oh yeah. So let me see if he. So, oops, dropped it there. Okay. So. He totally fails. So he is going to be paralyzed for 2 rounds. And yeah. So yeah, and from you to go to Dim as this massive 7-foot worm Spot wraps around the Goblin, renders him incapable for a couple rounds.
I will
Nice.
delicately pull out my flat razor and move up to this poor Goblin, and not thinking we need to bother finding out whether or not it speaks common, I will proceed with trying to cut its neck to the bone.
Oh yeah.
Should I roll attack?
Nah, you don't need to. He's for all intents and purposes grappled.
I breathe in the hot steam of this Goblin's life as it bleeds out, hoping that it'll infuse me with newfound vigor.
Excellent. So yeah, I guess it's just 1 damage. The straight razor.
But yeah, I was trying to narratively get my way into a coup de grace.
Very nice. And from let's see, Dim goes back up to Red Charlie. Yeah, as this debacle is going on.
So it's still being held, right? So I can just chop at it with the sword?
Yeah, it'll be held for 2 turns.
Okay. I'm going to just take the sword and stab at it. I'm going to try to take it out while it's paralyzed, I guess. So I don't have to roll an attack, just damage? Because it's frozen?
Yes.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
Let's see, it might be in it's not enough.
Oh.
It's you're just for reference 3 hit points away from destroying this.
Ah, right.
Its turn. Let's see. No, wait. Wait, hold on. Blah 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 blah. I'm sitting. Okay, so let's try another paralyzed saving throw. Fails again, so yeah, it's still you can't get out of that. And it'll go to Brog.
Brock walks over, cackling and saying, "That's what you get for not being real goblin," and pokes him with her sword. 8 damage.
Yeah, you can describe how you destroy this poor, helpless goblin.
Yeah, I guess it was an accident because she just wanted to poke him and maybe hit his artery. Blood splashing.
Oh yeah.
Poor Spot, all in blood now.
I'd reckon Spot's probably enjoying that quite a bit as blood is sprayed all over him, and he can continue devouring the corpse of this goblin. Yeah, so y'all are out of combat.
Nice. Okay, so before it gets fully eaten, can we check to see if it has anything on it that might be worthwhile?
Yeah, definitely. He has, let's see, a whopping 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
And let's see, the Goblin. He has just a regular sword. Let's see. Yeah, just a long sword on him, and the 5 gold pieces, and that's it.
Yeah. All right.
And the orcs, they each had spears. They're all just regular, D6, 1d6 spears. And yeah, there's a bottle of wine, which is super nice. Yeah, I'm sure you probably backpacked that or something.
Yeah,
but
I'll take the wine too. We're going to definitely have some drinks when this is over.
Nice.
Then we'll need them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Too exciting.
Yeah, let's see. And aside from that, there's one more kind of off-place statue of a man, a bit further back, like past the fireplace against the wall. kind of in a dark corner. Aside from that, there are 2 doors leading into the room from the far north wall, back towards the hallway.
Interesting. So after that issue with the orcs, maybe we get more careful with this guy in the corner. So I think I'll take one of the spears, and throw it at the statue in the corner, just to make sure it's actually a statue.
Yeah, and I won't even make you roll.
Okay.
You can toss it, and it'll hit the statue, not knocking it down, but from behind this statue, you hear a bunch of like creepy crawling feet clacking on the stone floor, as 8 giant centipedes come essentially running out from behind the statue in the corner there.
Oh, my favorite.
What did you do?
As Red Charlie finishes throwing the spear, and it hits the statue and falls to the ground, immediately it's followed by Dim's staff. It hits the same statue and falls to the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely. Easily done.
Oh, good.
So it's
All right.
Do that handy summon centipede spell.
Right.
everybody, I guess, roll up what you call it, initiative again.
All right.
And when I say giant centipedes, they're about 1.5 to 2 feet, just varying between them. So, let's see. 6, 3, 5, 2. Okay, so first is going to be Dim. As these centipedes begin making their way across, and they are within 30 feet of all of you, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Dim will move up to within 10 feet of them and throw his sickle like a tomahawk right at the one in the front.
Oh yeah.
And he only gets that 9 to hit. So maybe
Oh shit.
if that's a miss, it'll like hit perfectly into the ground though, like.
Oh yeah, it'll make a really cool sound as it hits as it gets stuck in the ground there. You need an 11 to hit them. From you, it'll go to Red Charlie.
Okay, do I have enough time before they get to me to prepare oil to throw?
Yeah, you can do that this turn.
Okay, because I have one more flask, so I'll take that out and prepare it so I can throw it.
Nice. Not a bad idea. And let's see, then we have so it's their turn. They also had a 5, so there's 8 of them. Let's see. How do I want to play this? So, I guess Red Charlie and Dim are probably the closest. And then, yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just 2 of them will go for Dim. Miss. 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, will go for Red Charlie. Miss. Jesus Christ, many different dice. And then we got 3 left that are gonna try to start making their way through the room, heading towards Brog and Grenskar and Spot, but they don't have enough movement. Oh yeah, they do have enough movement. 2 of them will attack Brog. Miss. Jesus. 1. Okay, 1 does hit you, Brog, for. Actually, I need to read this. Give me 2 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, gang. Sorry
that
for the
doesn't sound good.
anticipation here. So what are these giants?
Exploding damage.
Full page table.
Yeah, it's essentially the summon spell from Lamentations, and you can check.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Thank God. They don't have it in there. Ooh, so centipede maybe. Yeah, essentially make a save against poison. There we go. Okay, yeah. So, oh shit. Okay, so make a save versus poison with a +2 added to it.
Okay. 9 and 11. I have to go under, right?
I think it's over.
Over for saves.
Over?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You survived?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well.
Oh, I survived! Hold on.
This is real terrible. But
What?
those those bitten by a giant centipede save versus poison +2 or die. So
No.
I hate to
Oh,
do
no.
it. Poor Brog. Those
Great. You hear the footsteps of another orc.
Yeah, and we'll definitely let your next character make an introduction in the next round. But I'm just terribly sorry to see Brog go down. Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was actually surprising. I was hoping it would be like, like a 1d4 round of poison damage or something. But no, it's fucking save versus die. So,
Yep.
There's one left, and it's gonna go for Spot. And he has a Dennis. Did I tell you what his AC was before I pull it up? I can't remember. Okay, no, it misses. AC at 13. Damn. Don't get to try to kill anyone else. So it'll go to next the 3. Heck, Frog is dead. So down to Grinscorn Spot.
So yeah, and as this centipede tries to attack Spot, Spot will return the favor. Let's see. Come on, big money, no whammy. That will be 13.
Yeah, 13 hits. They have 11 AC.
Nice.
And yeah, one of them does fail its paralyze save. So you got one that's going to be frozen essentially for 4 rounds or 4 turns. And yeah, I go back up to the top of that dim. So one of these is basically out of the picture, and
as I have Spot begin attacking, I'm going to use my 40 movement to kind of move away.
Yeah, very good idea.
My companion Paul.
Yeah, easily done for sure. You can get out of their range even. So, yeah. So now back up to the dim.
All right, I will draw the flat razor and slash across the mandibles of these one of these centipedes that are trying to eat me. I rolled a 1.
Man, the 1 is not enough.
And I'll scamper back away from them.
Cool. And now it goes to, I believe, Red Charlie's turn.
Okay, so wielding my magic sword, I am going to attack the centipede that's attacked me. Well, there's multiple ones attacked me, I guess, so whichever one. And that would be a 19 plus 1 is 20.
Definitely.
So I stab it with my magic sword, and it does 5 points of damage.
Yep, it's enough to kill it. It had 4 HP.
Oh, okay. So I stab at the one, and then I guess I'm just getting ready for the rest of them to attack me by looking at my saving throws.
Very nice. Whew. And yeah, now it goes to their turn. So one's dead, one's out of the picture with the 7-foot worm around it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Oh my gosh. So let me arrange this. Let's see, 2 are going to go for Red Charlie there.
Okay.
No miss. And a miss. 1 will go for Dim. And Dim has... Ooh, Dim, it does hit.
Dim is dead.
Make a save versus poison with the +2 to help you.
Does it do any damage, though?
No, it's just a save versus poison. Like, it's a poison attack, essentially.
All right.
It's
9,
Stinger.
10, nope, I failed it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Even with the +2, you fail?
Yeah, And
Okay.
so as the poison's taking hold and killing him, he's clasping for his potion of healing, and he gets the top off, and then he just falls dead. And it's
Damn. Yeah. So much regrettably, Dim has been felled by one of these poison stingers. So yeah, and then we go to, let's see, we have two more. They're probably done making their way towards Spot, and Rinscar's out of the way. A miss, and
So now we know why he said to bring a second character.
there's a few little things like this scattered about. And this one misses as well. Damn, I'm rolling. I guess damn for me, but great for y'all. Not rolling too well with these. As it goes to, yeah, Grinskar and Spot. So Spot can go first. Who I think is, yeah, you're wrapped around the dude there.
Now, as I recall, this started like towards the back of the room, right?
Correct.
So what I would like to do is to, for my turn, while Spot's engaging these centipedes, is move to the corpse of the orc leader, whisper some sweet nothings in his ear, and use my last spell to raise him.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll let you, for reference, see 6 hit points, 14 AC, and he has a spear, so it's 1d6. Yeah, movement 40. Right. So, where were we? That was, yeah. Okay, so and the wrapping centipede will do 1 damage this round. Okay, and now I guess we'll let Mike introduce her next character, who was stumbling through the hallway and I guess heard maybe the fighting, and yeah, you can shuffle into the room.
Yeah, I think she maybe has followed the group because she heard of that adventuring party going out to find the secret behind the binning, and she enters the room and peeks in. All the work done without me, and you see a really big orc woman, a lot of hair, like in the 60s, and not wearing too much armor, but what she's wearing is chain, and on her back is a really mighty maul.
Very cool. And what's her name?
Lorsch.
Okay, Lorsch. Awesome. And yeah, so Lorsch enters, and I'll stick you into, let's see. Roll it, I guess roll an initiative, yeah.
Looks to the doorway as the new person arrives. Ah, finally a looker.
Indeed.
Very nice. And wait, yeah, we'll go with the, okay, yeah, 5. Okay, perfect. So that'll stick you after the Red Charlie. So, and I guess real quick, Justin, are you going to be bringing in your second character perhaps next round? Or, yeah, next turn?
Sure. Yeah, give me next round.
Okay.
I'll bring him in.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll do that. And all right, so we're back up to the top, which right now is Red Charlie.
Okay, so there's still some more centipedes on me, so I'm going to attack the ones that are attacking me. And that is a 19. So that hits 4. 2 points of damage on that one.
Awesome, and that's enough to destroy one of those, yeah.
Okay, I poke another one with my magic sword.
Very nice.
Yes.
And from you, it goes to Lorsch as she enters the room.
May I assist? And
Please
she takes
do.
her mauls and charges. Can I reach the combat in 1 round?
Let me see. I don't think so. It's probably. Let's see. What's your movement like?
Yes. I didn't write it down. Sorry.
Deadly.
You could probably reach the 2 that were engaged with Spot, and yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah,
I'll check that for the next round. Yeah.
Sweet.
Hold on. Yeah, those centipedes are just too small. She misses. She hits the ground with a mighty boom.
Very nice. And now it'll be their turn. So let's see. And one will, I guess, continue attacking Red Charlie there. Oh, rolled a 20.
Oh,
So
all right.
make a save versus poison, and you can add +2 to that.
Okay. So now I get +4 because I'm a dwarf. So
Awesome.
So unless I roll really shitty, which I did, 2 + 6 is only 8, which is not enough. So I also die.
No.
Oh, shit.
Really?
I only needed to get a 4 or better. I rolled a 2.
Oh God.
Nice.
Damn. Okay.
And down goes Red Charlie.
Yeah, so Red Charlie is brought to his knees, and then
Classic centipede.
geez. Yeah, these centipedes are fucking brutal.
Spot will be the lone survivor.
It's probably gonna happen. Shit. So yeah, we got 4 more of these guys. Because one of them is still taking damage from Spot. So let's see. We have a miss. Damn. And the last 2, one will go for the orc. Oh, God. What's your AC? Orc. Lorsch.
You're talking to Grimscar, right?
Sadly, no.
16?
Oh, okay, yeah. Rolled a 15, so you got.
Thank God.
Yeah. So 16.
Third character in one combat.
Yeah, might happen. And then the last one will go for, I guess, move up towards Grimscar and take a try to do a sting. And Grinscar's AC. Okay, yeah, so it does hit. Let's do a save versus poison +2.
And I got to get higher than the number listed, right?
Correct.
But I get a +2. Okay,
Yes.
cross your fingers. Ooh, so that would be 18. So
Okay, yeah. So I'm
my
sure you're.
save is
That
12
sounds good.
versus poison.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you it does poke you, but no poison is injected into your veins, which is nice. So
Insolent
after
creature.
that, yeah, and then let's see, one of them will take another point of damage because it has 2 more rounds. In fact, y'all can actually consider the one that's grappled or paralyzed by the worm to be dead because it doesn't have enough life to sustain the next round, anyways. So, yeah. Next we go to Grinscar and Spot actually.
And whatever this orc chieftain's name was, I'll have him try to take out this centipede that's on me. Does
Very
he
cool.
have any bonuses to his attack, or is it just a straight roll?
Just a straight roll.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be better. What I'll do, because there's only 1 on me, right?
Correct.
And there's how many more live?
5.
So yeah, I'm gonna send him charging into the others, and I'll just try to deal with this one by myself.
Okay,
One way
cool.
or the other.
Yeah, and he has 40 feet of range, so he can basically choose any of them. There's 1 attacking Lorsch, 2 on Spot, and 1 on Red Charlie, and then 1 on you.
So everybody has 1 except Spot has 2 on him.
Correct.
Well, I think I'll have him go to assist Red Charlie.
Cool.
Red Charlie's dead.
Oh wait. Oh shit. That's right. Red Charlie's dead. My bad. So there was the one that was
Fuck the
attacking
dead
Red Charlie. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Didn't mean to rub salt in the wound there.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And,
D6 for damage.
no, this was for me, for the one on me.
Oh, for you. Okay, sweet.
And that will be 4-5 damage.
Yep, you destroy it.
Can the zombie attack as well then, or
the orc? Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you use him. This is his own entity.
So that will be no bonus, so 13.
Yeah, and if you do more than 2 damage, you can describe killing it.
That's a d6, I believe.
Yeah.
1d6. Here we go. And I need at least a 2, and I got a 3.
Oh yeah, nice. So yeah, you've taken out 2 of these. Oof. Very
And
nice.
if I get to move, I will continue backing up towards the door.
Okay, cool. And that should be easily done. Yeah, you're about 30 feet from the door. All right, so back to the top. And I believe we'll let Justin introduce his new character coming through the doorway as well.
He's probably part of Lor's party.
Yeah.
Because now we've got 2 more to join.
And yeah, he's probably lagging behind because he's a dwarf with stubby legs. And, but yeah, when you run back or make a tactical retreat there, Grinscar, you'd see him and he's like grinning and he waits for you to get out of the way and he shoots back into the room with his crossbow held at the waist. And yeah, he's trying to hit one of these centipedes. He gets a 4.
Very nice. Well, at least he makes a cool show of himself coming in. What's his name?
Impressed.
His name is Rourke.
Rourke. Okay. And what's his HP and AC, really quick? Got that down.
Oh, it doesn't matter. His poison save is 11.
Okay.
Oh, 11 plus 4, sorry. No, he's got 9 hit points and 15 armor class.
Okay, cool. Very good. And let's see from you. And sorry, I'm right that kind of scatterbrained right now. There we go. Now, Daniel, you have a second character, yeah? You would want to stick in. Okay, so next turn, if they're not filled, you can bring them in as well. So,
Okay.
so for now, we'll go to Lorsh.
Yeah, Lorsh. Is the one next to me still alive, or is mine dead?
Yours is alive.
Okay.
Yours and the 2-1 spot are the only ones.
Okay. I smash it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. 18 and 9 damage.
Oh, yeah.
No, 10 actually.
That's like over 3 times the health of this guy.
Nice.
Yes, she smashes it to pulp.
Very nice. So now we only have 2 left, and it's going to be theirs. They're going to continue going for spot. Miss. And a miss. Okay, so it'll go to Grinscar, Orc, and Spot.
So would Spot finish swallowing that orc this turn?
It'll probably be after this turn. Yeah, it'll be done consuming.
Cool. So as I continue to make my way to the door, I'll have the undead orc chieftain attack with a 15 to the next group of centipedes that are on Spot.
Very nice. And yeah, 15 does hit.
I'm sorry, 5 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you can describe how you kill one, leaving just one more.
So yeah, as Spot's finishing his meal, and he has these 2 centipedes crawling over, trying to pierce his putrid hide. This orc chieftain shambles over with a spear, gutting one of the worms, lifting it to the air, and throwing it across the room where it splats and slides down the wall.
Beautiful. And yeah, to go back up to the top at Rourke.
Rourke's, he can't move while he's reloading, and that's what he's doing this round.
Okay, cool. And now we can introduce Daniel's second character. The third new character in this combat round.
Okay, so in through the door, cartwheels, a halfling dressed in really loud clothing. She is a jester named Sammy. She cartwheels in, and then she's going to use her sling to, if I can, to attack the last one, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
So I'm gonna. Can I get within 30 feet so I can get short range?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I cartwheel in, and I throw a sling stone. Let's see. Or a bullet, I should say.
Rourke will say hello to my little friend.
So it's 13, but I get +3. So
Oh, yeah.
16.
Definitely.
Whack with the sling stone, and it does 4 points of damage.
Oh yeah, and you kill it.
Nice.
And that's the last one, so you can describe that as you flamboyantly enter this room.
Yes, so I flamboyantly cartwheel into the room, just pause for a second to, swinging my sling. I kill the centipede. I don't even notice at first that I killed it because I'm too busy dancing around and juggling that I turn around and I say, oh. That's how I do things around here.
Awesome. Yeah, and at that, all these giant centipedes are in various bits of pieces all over the place, and probably poison oozing out of their bodies, and a few of your dead companions on the ground.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're out of combat.
We seem to have arrived at the right moment, friend. And she almost does a fist bump with the other orc, but restrains herself.
The zombie orc.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, she just realizes, oh.
Nice.
yeah, Grinscar lets Spot continue feeding as he recalls this orc chieftain to his side and glances to the door, half expecting more people to come through.
That's all you get.
So that's it, exactly. There may be somebody else, but we don't know.
And Rourke will, after he finishes getting a bolt loaded into his crossbow, he'll walk in and say to Grinscar, well met, and nod to him. And he'll lean over this expired elf and take the cap and put it back on this healing potion that the dead elf is holding and tuck that into his belt.
Nice.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I take mine.
Yeah, and what about the magical weaponing things from?
I can't
Poor little
use
rogue.
my short sword, but Lorsch points out this looks magic. Look, and turns around to the halfling and the dwarf. Maybe we can use it.
Let's see. I can use a short sword, so I guess I'll grab the short sword that was on red.
Yeah, I've got one too. I don't know if you can use it.
It's a short sword. Is it better than the?
Minus +1, 2.
Yeah, +1. I'll just take the same one. So,
Yeah.
can you also a dwarf, right? You also can have a. Well, hold on. Are you a fighter?
I don't need one, but I think there's 2 here for us to use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll take the other one since
Okay.
you're
That's
using, unless you want it for your orc, of course, your half orc.
No, I can only use blunt weapons, so.
Okay.
All right. So a +1 sword. That was easily translated. Cool. While I'm picking up the sword, which is obviously the more important thing, I'll take the wine but leave the whiskey because she doesn't drink the hard stuff.
Awesome, and it would be like a very fine regional red wine.
Ah.
Probably worth a pretty penny.
Oh. Well.
Or it probably tastes.
Or it might be delicious.
Grinscar will go and retrieve the whiskey, and one by one he'll go to his fallen companions and drip some on them, and then lift the thing as a toast and take a sip.
Nice.
Yeah, and
It's a solemn moment.
Not much else in the room.
Well, that was worth it. And so if we look behind the statue, well, of course, I don't know that that's where they came from, but let's say I look around and I eventually get behind that statue, there's nothing else back there.
That's where the mother centipede is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now the 10-foot giant centipede.
Right, exactly.
Those were just the hatchlings.
Yeah, but that might be a nice girlfriend for Spot.
Yes.
No, there's much to my disappointment, no massive centipede lurking about.
Okay. All right. Well,
No,
we had to try.
no, but you would see like kind of the stone wall in the corner of the room there, back behind the statue. Some pretty big like holes, like possibly where the centipedes are burrowed.
Oh.
So yeah,
Having
but nothing else back there really.
been in this situation before, once he's gave kind of his version of the last rites to his fallen comrades, he'll quickly explain to the newcomers the areas that they have cleared so far and what they've found, and his suspicions about these statues and the demonic touch that they may have.
The statues are the statues are demons.
Now, I believe that they were once humans that have been
Touched by demons. Oh.
Very grim stuff, Rourke will say.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the wine.
Yes, indeed.
After that, the wine opens up.
as he begins petting Spot.
And I'm sure seeing the unanimated dead is a little uneasy
Yeah.
for Rourke, so he's probably got a sort of an unhealthy attachment to his crossbow developing now.
You're also an orc? Rourke the orc?
I'm a dwarf, but I think the
You're
necromancer and Lorsch is a half orc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you're both?
No orcs. I'm an orc.
Oh, you're a full orc. Nice.
I'm a full orc. Hmm.
Nice. And we have a dead orc. So we've got a whole crew going on.
Yeah, let's be family.
Yeah.
She looks around and where did that one come from? And she points. Oops. She points at the undead one.
He was among the others in this room, and when the centipedes appeared, I enlisted him for some help.
Well, useful even after death, she says proudly, and looks to the next door. Well, where there's one, there are more of us.
Just a moment. Let me look at that door. And I'm going to search it for traps. I guess I have a 1 in 2 chance as a dwarf.
Oh, nice.
And which door was this?
Is there one to the left? Was it how it was phrased?
Oh no, sorry. Y'all came in through. Let's see. Like if you're facing the top of the room, like where you came from, when you enter this room, there are 2 doors, and they go back into the hallway, which in turn goes to the stairwell, etc. And there's one more door which the original party had come through to get into this room. So there's no more doors you haven't explored, essentially. Like there's one going into the hallway and one going back to the barber room.
So I take it I don't find a trap on that door.
You would not. You would not.
So the one going into the hallway is the one that the Ur-Goblin came from?
Correct, yeah. And the new party members as well.
And the new party members as well, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go back out in the hallway. That makes sense?
Yeah, easily done. Nothing, no traps, nothing stops you.
No Brock anymore.
Sadly, no
Mind
bro.
you.
Yeah, we start trap checker.
And yeah, so you get back out. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have any way to check for traps, and I'm definitely not going to be in front anymore because I'm a jester.
For sure.
Yeah, Rourke will he'll take the lead.
Nice.
Oh, Lorsch goes back into the room and takes the staff of Dim and puts it in the dwarf's hands. Maybe you can check before you take a step.
And he's unable to accept it, though, because he just holds up his crossbow.
Oh, right. Shit.
But that looks like a
Oh, you mean like a
sufficient crutch if any of us goes late.
Well, yeah, we could use that's a good idea. So if we take up is the walking stick bigger than a spear? Like maybe because there's also spears in the room. Because we want to put something.
Good question.
We want to use something to like tap on the ground in front of us or like push in front of us. So, okay, I can do that because I'm not going to carry any weapons. Really, I just have a sling on my. Well, I have the short sword, but I can hold a spear or something to poke doors in front of us.
Okay, she turns around immediately, holding the staff to the halfling.
Okay, I take it.
Try.
All right, I try it. I'm gonna poke try to open the door by pushing it with the crutch.
Yeah, just to get back out into the hallway there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
we're trying stuff first.
Yeah, no, it works. Works like magic, basically.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it works well.
So I'm like, that's a good idea.
Now, just for out of like game reference, you all do have a 1 in 6 chance of finding a trap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like
so we can do it.
16 or 17% chance, whatever. Anyway,
so we can still look.
Yeah, so you could search for traps if you want. It's just not a great chance. Yeah. But
Rourke's only going to check doorways, so because he's going to keep his crossbow in hand for when we're traversing corridors and such.
Yeah,
but I think that's what we're ready to do is continue on.
Yeah, let's move forward.
Cool. And so you'd walk out and then go left, because if you go right, it basically goes back to the stairwell. So about 20 feet to your left, you get to a T section, or not a T, a cross section. And so you could either continue going straight, where you see a couple doors, like one on each side of the hallway there. You could go right, which has an open door out into the hallway right there, but then the hall extends even further down, very far. Or you could go left, and maybe 50 feet down on the right side of that hallway, there's a door.
I think Rourke would walk through that open door.
Yeah, open door makes sense.
Okay, cool. And you would walk in, and it's just kind of like a small lounge, not very big. There's like a big easy chair on top of a pretty ornate rug, and then a small fireplace that's kind of crackling. And it looks like perhaps you would gather that's where the air goblin was probably resting.
Does it look like there's anywhere where somebody might be hidden or could hide themselves in here just from standing in the doorway?
No, it's a pretty small room, and there's just that rug and like a little table next to the easy chair, and then the fireplace. It's not much of a room.
I'd walk right in and rip open, like tear the bed and search everything. This bedside table.
Yeah. Nah, you wouldn't find anything. Nothing of interest.
Yeah.
Just like you'd probably maybe find like some like just random papers and things scattered about. Just general bedside junk, but nothing of value or use. If that makes sense.
Cool.
So, I guess like back in the hallway there, you'll still have the options, essentially 3 directions continuing down this hallway or back down one of the other 2. Y'all's choice.
I think whatever the nearest door is probably what we'd go. I don't want to walk past a door just in case something comes out of it.
Gotcha.
So that's what I would like to do.
Okay, so if y'all go back towards the cross section, there's one hallway that goes 2, 3, 4, 5, about 80 feet, and that'll be to your right now. And there's a door on each side of that hallway, but then directly ahead of you down the hallway, 50 feet, there's a door to the right on that wall. So you essentially have 3 options.
Okay. So I think to the right where there's only one door.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
or straight ahead, I guess.
And straight ahead, rather. Sorry.
On the right. Correct. So, yeah, y'all could go to that one. And anyone who would check it would find it not locked.
Okay.
So, who's going to open it?
I'll open the door, and then does it push in or pull open?
It pushes in.
Okay. So I'll push it in and then I'll step back so that any of the fighters can charge forward if need be.
Yeah, I'll step past the breach with crossbow held flat at the waist.
Nice. And cool. So when you open it, it's essentially a pretty massive indoor garden with open sky above. It looks really overgrown, unkempt. And looking above you, you can see that eerie, green smokish glow that surrounds the entire fortress. You would see it above in the open sky. And then there's a narrow path in front of you that goes off to the right and the left. Directly in front of you, a little bit, is a fountain. If anyone would check it out, you would more or less recognize the statue as the description of the Duke of the fortress. Wearing like ceremonial armor and things, with a sword in one hand, raising up towards the heavens, his face looking incredibly triumphant. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, if you would get closer to the statue, if anyone would venture.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Sweet. Yeah, you would see that it's a bit older than the Duke of the fortress now. But next to him, there's like a smaller statue of a child that you would assume was probably the actual Duke, and the bigger one's probably his father, if you had to guess. It's incredibly decorated. There's a water basin at its feet. And yeah, aside from just a pretty nice fountain and statue. But again, yeah, there's a couple paths, like one going to the right and left, and they kind of wind around, lots of bushes and flowers and incredibly dense. It's almost like jungle-like. It's so overgrown.
Lorsch looks around, snorts, and says, "Don't humans take care of their gardens? Wasn't the wedding a few days ago? What's all this about?"
Good soil. Is the fountain running or it's just full of water? Like, is there like bubbly fountain?
It's just full of water. It looks like it stopped.
Right.
And one weird thing, like you would notice, it's like strangely quiet in here, especially that it's like open air kind of thing. You don't hear jack.
Interesting. Okay, I want to. What do I have that I can do this with? I'm going to take one of my iron spikes, and I'm just going to put it in the water and see if it does anything. Like if it starts to like disintegrate or anything.
If you would stick it in, you would maybe, if like wiggle it around down there, you would find like one of the, not like a pump, but like, yeah, like essentially a hole where the water would be running is like kind of covered, and you could knock it out the way, and yeah, it would basically get the fountain bubbling again, water moving.
Okay, good.
Aside from that, nothing like, dangerous necessarily, nothing strange.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to do that. If we can get the fountain going, might as well. Can't hurt. Do you guys want to do anything else in here, or you want to move forward?
I poke my maul into the bushes around me.
Oh.
And you are met with the sound of bushes being poked at the maul.
Oh,
Centipedes.
good.
Yeah, 10
I'm a bit paranoid now. Yeah, I'll walk down the right path and have a look.
Okay, cool. So it'll go down about 30 feet before it starts curving gently to the left. However, let's see.
Oh.
This corner, this whole chunk of like overgrown area is occupied by a bunch of white blood roses. Lots of white roses, essentially. Not a lot, let's say 4. How close do you want to get, and what would you like to, if anything, do with the roses?
Do we know that those are
Grinscar being
deadly?
Grinscar being a necromancer would definitely recognize it as like a very poisonous. Like it could be used to make poison, essentially, and they also have been known to come to life when provoked.
Oh,
So yeah, he'll wait till one of the others kind of takes a step in that direction, and then he'll lightly clear his throat and say, "I would not recommend that. Those are as deadly as they are beautiful."
What's their range?
You should be fine as long as you do not get too close.
Okay. She tries to move, I don't know, at double arm length through that cluster. How much
Yeah.
space is there?
No, you got plenty. You got about the pathway. The rock pathway is about 10 feet wide, plus or minus. So you got enough room
okay.
to like skirt on the other
Good.
side.
I stay in the middle.
Yeah, you would be fine as long as essentially you want to touch it. So you can thank your necromancer for dabbling in the dark arts and things.
nice.
But yeah, if you would continue,
We'll keep going past it then.
yeah, another 30 feet forward in that direction, and again the rock pathway would break off to the left, going towards like the middle of the garden, or to the right. There's a door. You would probably assume to go back out into the hallway. What do you do?
Continue, I guess.
Yeah, let's stay in the garden and check all the paths.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So yeah, it just wraps around a bit more, going towards the center. You find more bushes of the white roses before you get to another branch of paths, one going to your right and one going slightly to the left. If you go left, you would probably wrap back around, you would think. Going right, maybe 80 feet from you, you could see another door, probably leading out.
Out to the hallway, do we think, or out to a different
area? You would think out of the garden, but you don't know exactly where.
Right. Okay, so it's not Naples. Well, let's head towards the door.
Let's check real quick the path.
Let's just make sure it circles around. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. And as you circle around, you find that, yes, you could essentially go back towards where you entered from, but there's also another path that's slightly hidden but not quite secret, that leads to another door. But also in front of you, well, I'll let you decide which. Do you want to like make the full circle, or do you want to go towards the new door?
Let's make it the full circle, I guess, just to be safe.
Nice. And who's leading? Probably.
I'd be up front.
Okay, sweet. And so Rourke, as you're walking past, kind of making the circle there, there's these two very, very large trees to your right. Just like massive, like trunks and branches and things, and they do look quite peculiar. How close would you like to get to these, or would you like to stay on the path?
You're muted.
I'd stay on the path. I'd be looking for like expensive implements of warfare, not trees and saplings.
Very nice. Yeah. So you would go maybe another 20 feet or so, and yeah, you would be back towards the fountain. Essentially, that's like the full little circle there. But yeah, like right. The other path you could have gone, of course, goes to. You essentially have three more doors y'all could like exit from. One going north, one south, and one west. If
The
y'all came through
hidden
the
one
east.
looks interesting.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Very well, and Rourke will lead back to it.
Very cool. Okay, so you're at a door. What do you do?
Trace it. Yeah, trace it with my fingers, looking for some sort of handhold or secret depression.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6.
4.
And your fingers are not quite graceful enough, at least right now, to you wouldn't notice anything out of place.
I'll
Essentially,
give it a kick as I turn away from it, defeated.
very nice. And yeah, you kick it in, and it happens. No issue there. And you find yourself in a massive room. It looks like the grand ballroom of the fortress. There's like tons of small tables scattered about. Each one has 4 chairs around it. Like in the southern and eastern sections, which would be if you're entering the room, that would be like in front and to the left of you. And let's see, there's also a single candlestick with unlit candles on each table. And then in the southeast corner of the dance floor, there's a group of seated white statues, all with like various string instruments that are not statued.
The candlesticks look. I want to check out the candlesticks. Are they like valuable, like silver candlesticks, or just regular candlesticks?
Yeah, if you would go into the room to one of these tables, let's see how far that would be, just for reference. So it's a really fucking big room. 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow.
So it's like 120 by 120 plus or minus a few feet. Really, yeah, really big. So yeah, you would have to go maybe about 80 feet to get to some of the tables. So yeah, when you get there, what did you want to do? Just kind of inspect one of the candlesticks?
Yeah, I want to walk up. I walk across the room, whistling a tune, jingling my bells in my hat, and I just walk up to one of the tables and look at the candlestick.
Easily done, and it's just a nice candlestick, probably like an ornate silver candlestick.
We brought some cash.
Yeah, definitely. If you would grab them all, or at least mark it off as something to gather, later once you're done, like exploring kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, if it seems like it'll be too many to carry because I'm only a halfling, but anyways, I yell back to the party. These seem to be valuable. Candlesticks get later.
Bag them.
There's let's say about 40 tables.
Oh wow, that's a lot of
So
candlesticks.
you'll have about 40 candlesticks.
Well, we can gather them all into sacks and then just leave the sacks here. If you want to do that, or can we? Well, you're an orc, right? Can you carry that much stuff? I don't know how much people can carry. I'm only a little thing. That's probably a lot.
I can do.
Rourke will, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Rourke will help you pack them all up, and he'll take a sizable portion with him on his back.
Okay.
One of the sacks we have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I have 2 large sacks. So, is it more than will fit in 2 large sacks?
I don't remember let me see, large sack. Let me see. I'll make a call and say, yeah, y'all could fit it in 2 large sacks. They're not like massive candlesticks or anything. So
Good, so we should be able to take them then.
yeah, y'all can definitely come back and grab them. And I'll mark it down in the gold regardless. So, let's see. Yeah.
I'll like throw a chair or something at the statues though, see if they move.
And no, these statues do not move.
But they're centipedes.
I'll throw another chair anyways, but
You can definitely throw more, and you could even go as far to push over these statues, perhaps. But if anything, you'd crack a couple of them. No, nothing comes from behind them.
Now, the white statues that are musicians, I would like to walk over those to see if the instruments seem like they might be valuable.
Yeah, you would find some violins, cellos.
Oh, nice.
Probably, let's see, does it say how many? It's a quartet, yeah. So you'd find, 3 violins and a cello.
Cool. If they seem valuable, we could put them with the rest of the stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
So let's say 4 instruments. Yeah, that'd be some nice gold. So, they're very finely made. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's a very big room. And let me roll the dice real quick to see what happens. All right, cool. Yeah, so y'all are in this room. What would you like to do?
Are there any other ways out besides the way we came in?
Yeah, there's 2 big double doors on the west side of the room, like in each corner, basically.
Cool. So do you guys want to go back through the garden and check out the other doors, or do you want to keep moving forward?
I'm interested in the master bedroom,
Yeah.
but where is it?
Maybe northward.
So that's back to the garden?
I think it. I was putting the garden behind us. I thought is what it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hold on. It's northward through the room or back to the garden?
Well, I mean, y'all could like head to the there's like the 2 doors on the west side of the room.
Right.
You know, so there are other options to like exit for sure.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
open both those doors if they are unlocked.
Nice, and they are unlocked. However, as you're making your way across the room, you start to hear like faint, ghostly music. And as you're walking across the room, it starts to grow a little bit louder. And within a few seconds, like fog begins to arise from the dance floor, like a green, smoky fog. And then before you know it, it clears, and you see these ghostly dancers, like just kind of all dancing, performing like a really like high class, you know, aristocratic waltz or something. It's a very faint, well, kind of loud actually, ghostly music. But they don't seem to notice you guys.
Okay.
Looks like I should have thrown more chairs at that band.
Indeed, take much more care next time.
And as the music kind of reaches its peak in volume and the dancing is going on, everyone make a save versus wands.
Once.
No.
Plus 4 is 18. So I make mine.
Okay.
I get 18.
Failed.
So 2 fails. What about Dennis? Bryn Scar.
I got just the number.
Awesome. So we have 2 of the 4 of you. Now, the 2 that failed start to dance, like joining in this waltz, and you're each joined by a ghostly partner of the opposite sex. And now, the other 2 who did not fail, you would notice that very, very slowly, the 2 who are dancing are, it almost looks like, if you're paying attention to them, like it almost looks like they're starting to like fade a bit, but it's happening very slowly. Almost to the same color as the other incorporeal phantoms dancing. What would you like to do?
So I say, I think we should cut in. And I go up to the, being that I'm a lady, I go up to the ghost that is dancing with my dwarven friend, and I say, I would like to cut in, and I try to dance with him instead. Not with the ghost, but with the dwarf. Oh, I forgot your name again.
Rourke.
Rourke.
Am I aware of what's going on? Like, do I have a?
No, you're kind of completely like entranced with this dance. You want to respond like vocally. Now,
Yeah, so I'm trying to cut in basically. I want to just like impose myself, but in a dancing way, not in like a fighting way.
So Rourke's hands would go from the butt of the ghost to your shoulders.
very nice, and as you do so, Rourke, you do kind of come out of this trance. And Sammy, yeah, you would notice that he's not, he's not fading.
Oh, good.
But that
So-
still does leave Lorsch for what it's worth.
So Rourke would be there holding his shoulders, and he'd say, that's not my crossbow.
He would observe for a moment, and seeing that she had some success, Grinskar will move over to her and give her a light backhand to try to rouse her.
Yeah, you can backhand her, but she would keep dancing with the ghostly figure.
You will have to do it. No chance.
He'll frown for a moment as he hands his scythe off to his undead manservant, and then join the dance.
Is he
I thought for a second you were going to have the undead dancer.
is he smaller than me? He probably is, right?
Grinskar?
Yeah.
Grinskar, how big are you about, you think? Like in comparison to a full orc?
I don't know. Are they generally smaller? He's
I think so.
Yeah, I think they are a little bit like more human sized, maybe.
yeah. So he's smaller, but he's pretty bulky. He's pretty muscular.
Nice. Well, yeah, as Grinskar butts in, and you said you're going to dance with Lorsch, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, it would, after a few moments, yeah, Lorsch would snap out of it, and yeah, you would be out of the trance.
Yeah. Once he starts dancing, his hesitation will be plain to see. Is he generally covers with it pretty well, but he has that kind of club foot, his leg, the thing that keeps him, that slows him down. It makes it kind of awkward for him to dance, but he does the best that he can.
Very nice. It's probably a pretty grand sight for the onlookers.
Laura stops as soon as she can and cuffs awkwardly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Really, don't mention it. And he'll grab his scythe from the orc and
I won't.
move away.
Don't worry.
I would like to continue to dance as long as possible.
And maybe against your wishes, Rourke goes back to his crossbow.
I'm now dancing by myself. Like,
Yeah, you can definitely keep dancing. The music hasn't stopped, and there's still plenty of dancers, but none of you are essentially affected by the magic at this point.
Okay.
I
I dance for a little bit. I want to see if I can interact with them.
No, they would all just
They're in their own world.
completely oblivious, just eternally dancing, more or less.
Well, I guess it's worse things. Okay, so we should try to move on.
Does the music seem to be just embodied generally in the room, or is it coming from the table where the...
Yeah, it would just be filling up the room, kind of in a creepy, ghostly manner. But it's not incredibly pleasant, but it's not terrible either. It's just like a really weird, dissonant, stringy music.
Just because he's irritated now, he's going to go over to that table and use his scythe to try to behead one of the stone figures.
Yeah, go ahead and let's see, roll damage against it.
Eight?
Yeah, that'll be enough, and you can chop this statue's head off.
Nice.
At that point, he'll give a toothy grin as he moves over to join the others.
Okay.
Very nice.
We want to hit up those doors now, right? If we can.
Yeah, I think so. Now, before y'all do that, let me make a proposition. I guess if y'all want, we can like wrap it up this session now, because this is probably a decent like halfway point for this this level. It's pretty big, and we can continue it in a second session, or we can keep going. It's up to you guys. Just whatever the preference would be. There is like quite a bit more, for sure.
Then I'd probably go for a second session so we don't have to like rush through it and skip.
Yeah, me too.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Then we can build more backup characters.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Put a backup party or two.
Right.
Yeah,
It was almost a complete switch, right?
Yeah.
it kills me because like Grinskar was my backup character, and my martial artist, my Great Way Adept, was like my main character.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
they're like, no, the Necromancer would be cool, and I'm like, okay, sure, I'll run with that. And it's like,
You're the one who didn't die.
and he hasn't died yet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been
It's touch
lasting.
and go because it was when he was first level, he was only had 4 hit points.
Right. That's
That's not a
badass.
lot.
Let's make all our next backups necromancers.
Everybody-
We
Necromancers
can just
and goblin
randomly
thieves.
res each other, animate each other as we die.
That's true.
Pulling the hearts out of the enemies and just
Yeah.
drinking blood. No.
Fuck yeah. Well, cool. Well, I'll kill the broadcast. We can stay and hang out, and I'll give you all the XP for the session and all. But yeah, I had a great time with y'all for sure.
Yeah,
Hope
it was
y'all
fun.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Definitely.